ABC Kinderteach presents the Berenstain Bears and the Bad Dream, written by Stan and Jan Berenstain. Brother Bear was just crazy about space grizzlies. Space grizzlies were little toy action figures that you could collect. Sister Bear didn't really like them much. She thought they were dumb and a little scary. Mama Bear didn't mind them except when Brother brought them to the table or left them on the stairs. Papa Bear didn't care about them one way or the other. So Brother loves the Space Grizzlies. Sister doesn't like them. I think she's a little bit scared of them. Mom doesn't really care as long as they don't make a mess of her house. And Papa doesn't really care one way or the other. But Brother cared about them a lot. He cared about them so much that he did chores for neighbors to make extra money so he could buy more. It looks like he's helping this lady with her groceries. He's mowing a lawn. He's doing dog walking, 10 cents per dog. He had quite a few, but the stores had more, a lot more. He was saving up to buy Sleezo's Cloud Castle. Sleezo was the evilest of all the space grizzlies, and the wicked-looking Cloud Castle was where he planned all his evil deeds. Deeds are things that you do on purpose. So there's the Space Grizzlies headquarters right there. When Brother had saved enough money, he went along on a shopping trip to the Bear Country Mall and made his purchase, which means he bought something. The Cloud Castle came in a big box, and he could hardly wait to get home to play with it. But as he was getting into the car, he saw something that was even more exciting than the Cloud Castle. What could be more exciting than a Cloud Castle? It was a movie poster. It said, "Coming soon, Space Grizzlies, the movie." So he's really excited about the movie about Space Grizzlies. "A Space Grizzlies movie," he cried. "It looks great. I can't wait to see it." "I can," said Sister. "Looks scary to me." "May I see it when it comes, Mama?" asked Brother. May I please?" Said Mama. "We'll see when the time comes." When they got home, Brother opened his new Cloud Castle, got out all his Space Grizzlies, and was all set to play the biggest Space Grizzly game ever. But he had nobody to play with. Nobody, that is, except Sister. So Sister is the only person he has to play with the Space Grizzlies, but she thinks that they're dumb and a little bit scary. So how is he going to get her to play with him? We'll have to find this out. "Want to play Space Grizzlies, sis?" he asked. "No way," she said. "Oh, come on," he said. "I'll play any game you want if you'll play Space Grizzlies with me." So he's saying, "I will play one game with you if you play Space Grizzlies with me." I wonder if Sister's going to take that offer. "Any 3 games," she said, driving a hard bargain, which means a deal that was really good for his sister. "Which 3?" he asked warily. "Paper dolls, jacks, and beanbags," she answered. "Paper dolls, jacks, and beanbags?" he protested. "Give me a break." Protested means he said it wasn't fair. "Take it or leave it," she said. So in order for her to play with Brother, he has to play 3 games or things with her. And she says, "If you don't like it, forget it." He took it, and after some lively sessions, played a while with excitement of paper dolls, jacks, and beanbags. It was time for... And so there he's playing with paper dolls. And paper dolls, you just take these paper cutouts of dresses and stuff and you put them on the dolls. And jacks looks like this. You bounce the ball and you try to pick up the jacks as fast as you can. And of course, beanbags, you throw beanbags through these holes. So it was time for, what was it time for? Oh, I bet Space Grizzlies, I bet. Space Grizzlies! We were right. I am Sleezo, evil king of the universe, roared or yelled Brother, calling all spaceships. Seek and destroy the planet Magongo, home of my sworn enemy, Hero the Magnificent. And a sworn enemy is someone you will always not like. Oh, no, you don't, Sister shouted back. I am Hero the Magnificent. One touch from my sleep wand, and your evil ways will be ended. They played until Mama called them for dinner. So, this must be Sleezo, and this must be Hero the Magnificent. Brother, said Mama, how many times must I tell you, no Space Grizzlies at the table? Papa was taking a peek at the Bear Country News. Brother, he said, that movie of yours starts tomorrow. May I see it, Mama, please? Asked Brother. I don't know why not, she said. We haven't been to the movies in a while, so we get to go see Space Grizzlies. I wonder if they all are going to see Space Grizzlies. I know why not, said Sister. Because it's scary. That's no problem, said Papa. There are lots of movies to choose from. He was right. The Bear Country Theater was really 4 movie houses in one, and there were usually 4 different movies playing. This looks good, said Mama. The Magical Toe Shoes. It's a musical about a ballerina. So it looks like Brother's going to go to Space Grizzlies. Sister's going to go to the Magical Toe Shoes movie, and we don't know which ones Mama and Papa are going to go to. So, when they got to the movies the next evening, Mama, Papa, and Sister got in line for the Magical Toe Shoes, and Brother joined a bunch of his friends in line for Space Grizzlies. So, Mama, Papa, and Sister went to see the Magical Toe Shoes movie, and Brother is hanging out with his friends to see Space Grizzlies. The Magical Toe Shoes told the story of a young bear who wanted to be a ballerina, but every time she tried to dance on her toes, she wiggled and wobbled. The old ballet master took pity, or felt sorry for her, on her and gave her a pair of magic toe shoes which cured her wiggles and wobbles. So this is the young ballerina who has problems dancing on her toes, and this is the ballet master who is helping her by giving her some magic shoes. But on the night of the big ballet, she left her magic toe shoes on the bus. Without them, she was all wiggles and wobbles again. That's when the ballet master told her they weren't magic at all. They were just ordinary toe shoes. The wobbly ballerina got her confidence back and danced beautifully ever after. So the ballet master tells her, you know what? The toe shoes or shoes are not magic. I just told you that. It's really just to help you feel good about your dancing. And when she realized that they were not magic, she danced really well after that. The Space Grizzly movie was about Space Grizzlies, of course. Great, monstrous, big, screaming ones who zapped and zoomed through space until that final intergalactic shootout. And intergalactic just means between different parts of outer space. It was very exciting and not a little scary. So brother was very excited, but it was a little bit scary too. It was dark when the bear family got home, so it was off to bed for the cubs. It was already late for sister, and she went right to sleep. There she is asleep. But brother was so excited by the movie that he lay awake for quite a while. He was just about to doze off when sister woke up screaming. So there's brother thinking about the exciting movie, and there's sister waking up and she's screaming. Help! She screamed. They're after me. Who's after you? Asked brother. Space grizzlies! She wailed or cried. Thousands of them. Calm down, sillyhead. It's only a dream, he said. But sister leaped out of bed and ran into Mama and Papa's room. The little silly, brother thought. Imagine being afraid of a dopey or silly dream. Then he yawned, turned over, and went to sleep. I wonder if brother's going to have a bad dream now. Let's see. Mama and Papa tried to calm sister. They took her into their bed and hugged her. Tell us about your dream, said Mama. Dream? Sister said. Yes, said Papa. You must have had a nightmare. That's the word for a bad dream. But it was so real, she said, calming down a bit. That's how it is with dreams, he said. It's as if they're really happening, but they're not. They're just in your mind. Can you tell us your dream? Asked Mama. It was awful, Sister said. I was a ballet star dancing on my shoes. And then the stage turned into a giant beanbag board, and the space grizzlies came out of the beanbag holes and chased me, and I fell down one of the holes. That's interesting. She's dreaming about being a ballerina, about giant beanbag board, about space grizzlies. I wonder why she's dreaming like that. I kept falling and falling, and then I woke up. It was awful, she wailed or cried again, and buried her face in Mama's nightgown. I'm sure it was, sweetie, said Mama, but it was also very interesting. Interesting? Sister said in a puzzled voice, kind of confused about what her Mama said. Oh, yes, said Mama. You see, even though you go to sleep, your mind keeps right on thinking, but it doesn't think in a sensible way, in a way that makes sense. It takes all the things you were thinking or were nervous about during the day and puts them together all jumbled like a mixed up jigsaw puzzle. You mean like the ballet dancer from the movie? Said Sister. Sure, said Papa. And the beanbag board from playing beanbags with brother? She added. And the space grizzlies, began Mama. We're from playing space grizzlies with brother and from seeing the movie poster, Sister said. Exactly, said Papa. Say, she said, that is interesting. That's when they heard brother. Uh-oh, I bet he's having a bad dream now, too. Help, he screamed. They're after me. They're after me. Then he raced into the room, jumped into the bed, and hid his face in Papa's pajamas. Calm down, son, said Papa. It was just a bad dream. A nightmare, added Sister. That's another word for bad dream. Can you tell us about it? Asked Mama. Well, I was eating dinner and the food turned into space grizzlies. Gigantic ones, and they chased me, and I turned into a paper doll, and my clothes were flying off. It was awful. You're awake now, dear, said Mama. Everything's going to be all right. But Mama, he said, it was so real. That's just like Sister having a bad dream. Of course it was, said Sister. That's the way dreams are. Let me explain it to you. And she did. So she's explaining to Brother what her parents explained to her.